Welcome back. I'm Brett Thomas. We continue our coverage here live in Norton Shores. The question, where is Jessie? What can be done to help find her? And we are looking for answers. We may get some this morning because we're talking to Chief Dan Shaw with the Norton Shores PD. We appreciate you coming in here to chat about this morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Let's start off with just the importance of finding her as quickly as possible. Every minute that ticks by, it becomes more dire, doesn't it?
It does. We really need more information from the public. Anyone that has seen anything, even if you've heard the story on the news coverage and you saw the same thing, please, and you haven't talked to us yet, please call us, because you may have that piece of information we need.
In a lot of cases, it's just a little tiny piece, a little nugget, right, that can make the difference in solving these crimes.
That's right. Just some small piece of information that maybe we don't have at this point.
Let's talk about the reason why you decided to call this an abduction. What was that one little thing? What was it that kind of pushed it over the edge to have it that distinction?
Well, several factors were involved. One being that there was nothing disturbed inside the store. There was no sign of a struggle or a robbery that occurred. But also evidence that we processed from behind the scene that kind of led us to believe that this was an abduction, not just a missing person.
Okay, what's the very latest on this investigation? What can you tell us, Chief?
The latest is we are receiving tips, but we do need more, and we are tracking down all those tips. We still don't have any concrete direction in which to go, so we are desperately looking for additional information.
And when it comes to those tips, we don't know the dollar amount here, but there are rewards already in place.
Correct, and we hope to be able to publicize some more later. We've heard from some people who want to make private donations for a reward, so we're working towards that.
And so we'll make that announcement as soon as we get it from you all. But as part of Silent Observer, they already have a system in place to be able to give out some kind of award money.
That is correct. And anyone who wants to call and be eligible for those is to call 231-72-CRIME. And they'll get your name and number and the information, and hopefully we can find Jessica, and also that person might be eligible for a reward.
All right. Thank you so much, Chief. I appreciate you coming here to talk about it this morning here. The Chief isn't going away, though. He's going to stick around. He's agreed to talk to us here coming up around 6:46, 6:47 here on Daybreak. We're going to be talking to him about that suspect and that suspect's vehicle and exactly what you need to be looking out for in order to help find Jessica. Let's send it back to you, Emily. Welcome back. It is 6:49 right now. I'm Brett Thomas, live in Norton Shores, where we're following a major developing story in West Michigan, a story where every second seems to count here. We're talking about Jessica Heeringa, the 25-year-old who went missing on Friday night. Police believe that she was abducted, and as we promised earlier in the newscast here, we're talking with the Chief from Norton Shores again here, Dan Shaw. We appreciate you coming in to talk to us about this. Let's start off, though, Chief, with that suspect description, because that may be the one thing that breaks this case. We're talking about a silver minivan and maybe a 6'1" tall individual with broad shoulders, wavy brown hair that's part of the middle, right?
Correct, 6 foot tall,
okay.
30 to 40 years old, sandy blonde hair, and like you said, a stocky build, broad shoulders.
Okay. What do you know about that minivan?
Nothing other than it was a silver or gray minivan, possibly a Town and Country Chrysler product.
And why is that sticking out? What's the reason for that?
Well, the person who saw it said it looks like their parents' van, so that's why they specified that model.
Okay.
But the person saw that van parked next to the store at about the time of Jessica's disappearance.
Okay, and the individual they saw with that van then that we're talking about here?
Correct, and then the driver was that white male that we've described.
And was there a reason why, though, they were like, that van looks suspicious?
No, it was just that they saw the van there, and when we started asking questions, that's what they saw.
It just came out, and that's essentially what you guys have to go on right now, and so you're getting that out to the public as quickly as possible.
Correct.
To figure that sort of thing out. Let's talk about the security cameras. You guys have talked to this guy before about putting security cameras up here, right?
We've had a past case where we asked about videotape, so yes, there have been talks about video in the past.
Is there any other store around here in this kind of situation that doesn't have security cameras? Is that something that's more common in Norton Shores than it would be elsewhere?
Well, I'm sure there are other stores that don't have security cameras, but a store of this nature, it is rare that they don't have a camera.
Yeah, it certainly is. All right. Well, what other things do we need to know? What else can somebody do if they want to help out and be able to help find Jessica?
Just to give us a call with any information they have. If they've seen something, have heard something, to call 231-72-CRIME and give us that information so we can find Jessica and bring her home.
Yeah, all right. Well, we appreciate your time here. I know you got a lot of work to do. You got to head off right now to your morning meeting with your officers to probably update them on the situation right now.
Correct.
All right. Thank you, and we appreciate your time,
Great.
sir.
Thank you.
The chief was talking about it here. This is some of the information you need to know. It's on your screen right now of what you can do to help out here. Jessica's family members are going to be handing out missing pamphlets or flyers in hopes of finding the young mother. And make sure to stay tuned to 24 Hour News 8 throughout the day for the very latest on the investigation. You can also download our Wood TV app to stay on top of all the breaking developments here. But again, if you know anything about this case, seconds matter. Don't wait. Call Silent Observer, even if it's one of the smallest little nuggets, little tidbits, little tiny pieces of information you don't think has anything to do with the case. You know you've heard of cases before in this situation where it was that one little sliver of information that saved that person's life. Make that phone call and help out. Let's send it back to you, Emily.
Okay, Brett, thank you.